Hey everyone! Today we're going to be making this adorable bow pencil case. And so why don't we get started? Alright, so for this project you're going to need an 8.5 by 9.5 square of fabric with a 3-inch high triangle on the top. You're also going to need an iron, glue gun, iron adhesive tape, scissors, needle and thread, any color you want, a ruler, and a pen. So first of all, you're going to go ahead and measure and cut your fabric to the measurements that I just told you. Now you're going to cut a 1-inch little snippet on each side because we are going to be folding this baby, and just to make sure that the lines are more clean cut. Next, I'm taking the iron adhesive tape and I'm measuring it, so that just means it's going to be the same measurements as you measured before. But anyway, you're going to be cutting it in half because we're only going to need a thin piece of iron adhesive tape. Go ahead and turn on your iron. And now we're going to make the fold more prominent and precise by ironing it, just to make sure that it'll be easier for us later. Next, you're going to take the adhesive tape and go ahead and iron it onto the fabric. Don't burn yourself, please. Next, you're going to be peeling the adhesive tape. Sometimes you got to do it from both ends, so whatever works for you. Now you're going to be folding this over and ironing it closed, and you might have to go over it a few times to make sure that it sticks. Now, after it's all complete, you're going to want to do this to the other side and the bottom of your fabric square. Now we're going to the triangle at the top. You're also going to do the same process by folding over the sides, and if you need to cut it too, that works too, just to make sure the sides are even and look really clean. Now you're just going to measure it, and pretty much the same process. And this is what you should have. There's some other fabric pieces on it that I'm trying to get off. But anyway, that's what it should look like after you have folded and used the adhesive on it. Next, what you're going to do is you're going to turn it over and you are going to fold it, because now is the fun part. It's time for the needle and the thread. So now what you're going to do is you're going to sew both sides of your pencil case, and it may be a little difficult to get the needle through because you are going through 4 layers of fabric, but just go ahead and start sewing the sides. Now, as you can see, I have finished sewing the pencil case. I've used a tight stitch just because I don't want my pencils to fall out. Next thing you're going to do is turn your pencil case inside out, and this is actually going to be the outside of your pencil case. Go ahead and just turn it inside out and make sure it's nice and flat. Next, you're going to want to make your flap, make it kind of look like an envelope. You're just going to take your flap and iron it to just keep it down. And in order to close your pencil case, you're welcome to add a button or a Velcro or a magnet, or even add a zipper on the inside of it. It's all up to you. There's so many options, so I'm just going to leave that up to you. Whatever you want to do to close your pencil case is totally fine. I'm personally going to be putting a button on mine because that's all I have. And if you want to know how to put a button on something, I'm sure there's tons and tons of videos on YouTube for that. So you have your pretty much done pencil case, and you're welcome to stop there, but I am not going to stop there. I'm going to teach you how to make a bow. Now it's time to make your bow. You're going to need 2 pieces of fabric, a 12 by 5 inch piece of fabric, and a 1.5 by 2 inch piece of fabric. And then you're going to need a bunch of other supplies that we already had. You're also going to need a twist tie or a pipe cleaner, which we did not use in the previous thingy-majig. So anyway, you're going to take your big piece of fabric and take your little piece of fabric, and you really don't need that right now, so you just put that to the side. Now you're going to take your bigger piece of fabric, and you're going to fold both sides in so that they are touching. I was really low on this fabric. That's why the ends aren't cut perfectly, but I only had a small amount of fabric to work with, but I really liked it. So then you're going to take your adhesive tape and go ahead and iron that down, because you would like your two pieces that you just connected to stick onto each other. So now after you've ironed the two pieces on, go ahead and pull it off. I was having some major struggle bus issues at that moment, but I figured it out. So anyway, now I just fold, and go ahead and iron that down. Now for the bow, I like to make a little accordion type deal, and then pinch the middle, try to find the middle, and then take your twist tie and go ahead and, oh, dropped it. Go ahead and twist your bow together. You can kind of shape it as you would like to shape it, and as you can see, it looks like a bow. Go ahead and twist the tie and cut off any excess ends that you don't need. Now you have your beautiful bow. Now you're gonna grab that piece, and I measured mine a little bit more than 2 inches because I was dumb. But just go ahead and measure how long you would like your fabric piece, and then you can go ahead and chop that off. Then you're going to get your hot glue gun and put it on the back side of the fabric, the part that you don't want other people to see. And then you're going to take your bow and go ahead and just press it right on and right in the middle of the bow, and try to stay as centered as you possibly can. All right, now we have piece number 1, which I'm showing you that it is a little pouch. And then we have piece number 2, and we're going to go ahead and glue. You're welcome to sew it on or Velcro it on or whatever you want to do, but I'm going to go with a very permanent route and go ahead and glue it on to the pencil case. I'm just gluing the center on and gluing on each of the edges. Now, as you can see, you have your bow on your pencil case. It's not going to fall off, so don't even worry. And there you have it, a pencil case bow. I hope you liked this video, and let me know if you would like more DIY projects in the future, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye guys.